this will work just fine for a drone boomerang. I just realized now that I totally forgot my drone. What? Okay, that wasn't a pain in the ass at all. Okay, it's found this on the roof. It's a little bit windy right now, probably because we're on top of the roof, so that might affect the outcome of said drone boomerang, but it should be good. We're gonna get the drone in the air, get the shot first, then go back into post and show you some magic on how to make this look just super fun. They're just, who doesn't want to do a drone boomerang? I'm not even sure I told you guys what a drone boomerang is. You guys know what a boomerang is. It's like when you're on Instagram or you select boomerang and it's like one of these things. And that's pretty much all they're used for. But my friend Craig Adams started doing them with his drone, where he would just send it up into the air and speed ramp it and bring it back down. It just looks so much cooler. So that's what we're going to attempt to do here, and then show you guys the proper settings for Premiere or Final Cut so you can get them sized just right for your Instagram, and then boom, boomerangs just became cool. Okay, now we're ready to fly. Hopefully that worked. All right, to the studio. Ooh. That's the ticket right there. Woohoo! What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here, and welcome back to the original studio, and welcome back to yet another 2-Minute Tuesday. It's so great to have you here and see all your smiling faces. Hope you guys enjoyed the intro. It's been about 4 hours since I shot that, and now it's time to go into Premiere and show you how to loop them together and get them on your Instagram, so you are making dope Instagram boomerangs tonight. Let's roll that intro. Oh, we already rolled the intro. What? Okay, let's throw 2 minutes on the timer and get started. Not that we're gonna stick to it or anything. If you're new around here, by the way, 2-Minute Tuesday is kind of like the show that never takes 2 minutes. It was supposed to take 2 minutes, but never takes 2 minutes, and now that's kind of the thing about 2 minutes. It's the fact, it's whatever. It's welcome to Tuesday. Okay, so what is a drone boomerang? It's basically just a boomerang. We've all seen boomerangs before. My friend Craig Adams, this guy here, another YouTuber and creative out of New York City. Brooklyn, I believe, is where he lives. He made one of these boomerangs. I saw it online and thought, oh, that is so cool. So I was talking with them and I was like, do you care if I teach that? Because I think my audience would love that. And sometimes these tutorials, they're not specifically to like dive into the depths and complicated nature of software, where sometimes they are, but sometimes it's just like a good idea. And sometimes those good ideas are really simple and basic, and you think to yourself, how did I not think of that? That's so cool, that's so much fun. Whatever drone that you own, it's actually pretty self-explanatory. All you're going to do is start with it pretty dead center and fly it away from you. Away and up, whatever, you can tilt the gimbal. Try not to actually tilt the gimbal as you're flying it. Preset it so that by the time you get to your B point, it's already pointing to whatever it is that you want to be seeing. Now, I just did this quickly on the roof at the office. Obviously, the better the landscape, the better these are gonna look, the more unique angles, the cooler these are gonna look. If you're in the middle of a forest and it shoots way up through the trees, way into the sky, that would look really cool. Then it comes right back down, or a soccer field, or in the middle of the mountains. Like I'm gonna start doing these everywhere I travel, so I can make like a little collection of like travel drone boomerangs. I think that would be really, really fun. But for this tutorial's sake, I just did it on the roof at the office. So once you fly the drone all the way out to the B point, it doesn't matter if you come back all the way to the exact line. You just gotta get the drone back safely so you can get the memory card. All you're gonna do is boomerang it out, and then from there, all you're gonna do is just like reverse the clip, duplicate it, and it's gonna follow that same clip back. So you don't have to worry about, you know, flying it back exactly the way it flew out. One thing I would say is the closer to your face you can start, the more fun it is. I was probably a little too far away, but if you have like a nice portrait of your face and then it just shoots out into this massive land, that is way cooler. I would have liked it to have been closer when I shot it. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, if it's windy outside, it's going to move that line from point A to point B. That line's going to waver because the wind's obviously gonna push the drone around. You can see that in the one that I made. So the less windy, the better your boomerangs are gonna look, or you can just do it like 16 times until you got it right, whatever floats your boat. In this case, floats your drone, flies your drone. Shut up, Peter. Okay, open up Premiere, let's learn how to do this. I don't know why I'm wearing this hood. It's about 112 degrees Fahrenheit today, which is like 45 Celsius. It's just, it's disgusting, but color pops with the background, you know, for the video. Also, I put some rings on mid-video, just in case for those who are gonna comment and be like, 7 minutes, 36 seconds, rings appear on right hand. Continuity error. Okay, check this out. This is pretty easy to do, but there are a couple things that I think will help you guys out. So check this out. Fire up Premiere Pro. And here is an example of the boomerang right on the timeline that I've already done. Go ahead and play that back. You can see, whoop, zooms out and whoop, zooms back in. I could probably do like a happier color grade so it's not as dark and dull. But go ahead, set your in and your out points for your drone shot that you are happy with. Obviously this drone shot keeps going, but I don't need to boomerang that far because there's just kind of nothing else around this little town. So I just need to kind of come out and back in. It doesn't need to go so far, but maybe that's what you want to do if you're in a really dope landscape, and back. So drag that onto the timeline like so. You can go ahead and select it, head up to Effect Controls and enter that at 50%. Also, you could right click and set to frame size or scale to frame size. That would do the same thing. Now we have our drone shot in regular speed. So the first thing we need to do is activate speed ramp. To do that, right click on the effects tab, go to time remapping and hit speed. And then hit P on your cursor. That's the way I've got my computer set up. And that inserts a keyframe. So I'm gonna put one at the beginning and one at the end here. Now, when I hit A to get my cursor back, I can drag that all the way up to 1000%, and that's going to ramp that middle section, leaving the front and the end untouched. I think we've taught this a few times. Now, to get rid of that audio at the bottom that we don't need, go ahead and hit Command L. That separates the two tracks and just piece out the audio. Buff, peace. Now let's take a look at what this looks like. Boom. It's still too long. You see that speed ramp takes way too long to happen. It needs to go way faster. Now, the issue with Premiere is it doesn't let you ramp past 1000. Oh, why? Why won't you just let me ramp to however much I want to ramp, Premiere? Get out of here. So to combat that, because when you're in Final Cut, you can do whatever you want. Ugh. But in Premiere here, all you gotta do is nest this clip and then re-speed ramp it. So it's a little bit of like a hack. Like I wish there was a faster way. So technically you can ramp as fast as you want, and it's gonna ramp on top of your ramp already. So it's gonna go like twice as fast, so don't go crazy with it. But before we go ahead and nest this clip, let's smooth out this ramp. And you can do that by clicking these little things here and dragging those wings to the left or the right, and you'll see that smooths out the ramp line. Now that ease in and ease out of the speed ramp looks a lot nicer, it's a lot more subtle. I like to trim the beginning and the end here just to make my final adjustments to the boomerang before I go ahead and nest that clip, just so that it's perfect and I'm not dealing with too much excess footage. Once you're happy with that, you're gonna go ahead and right click, hit nest, and then just hit OK, and it's gonna go green, so we're good. Now when you nest this clip, that visual wave that you have there to let you know where the speed ramp starts and stops, that's gone when you nest the clip. So because that visual wave goes away when you nest the clip, you have no idea where the speed ramp starts. You could kind of guess because you got to make another cut, but it's better to just count the frames, and this is what I mean. So I go ahead and start from the beginning and I count all the way until the top of that speed ramp, and I do the same thing at the other end of the clip, from the top of that speed ramp all the way back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 frames from the top of that ramp, and from the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Same thing, so that makes it way easier. Now I can go ahead, right click, hit nest, that makes it go green. Once the clip's nested, you're pretty much good to go. Just right click, hit time remapping, speed, and before you place those keyframes, count 17 clips from the front, place your keyframe, 17 clips from the back, place your keyframe, then you can ramp the middle accordingly because it's gonna be exact because you already counted beforehand. Once you're happy with it, hold down Alt, drag it over to make a copy. Then on my keyboard, you're gonna hit Command J to bring up the speed duration dialog box. all you need to do is reverse this clip. So the boomerang comes out, and that second clip starts at the out point and ramps right back in. So now you've created a loop. So you're just duplicating that clip, reversing it, putting them together. It's gonna be seamless where it's joined, then you're good to go. At this point, you can highlight both clips, right click, hit nest, you're done. That is your final boomerang clip. So how do we export this for Instagram? Because right now we've got a widescreen video. I'm not talking about IGTV or for an Instagram story. Like, how do we post this on our actual feed with those nice kind of vertical fat landscape, profiles that aren't gonna be horizontal or too vertical? It's that kind of in between. So this is how you're gonna do it. You're gonna go up to File, New Sequence, and then come over here to Settings at the top. Click that and change this to DSLR, change the time base to 23.976, square pixels, 1080 by 1350 is what we wanna do. So hit 1350 in there and you'll see it changes it to a 5:4 or 4:5, whatever aspect ratio, hit okay, and boom, there's our Instagram size. So just go back to your old sequence, copy that, go back to the new sequence, paste it in. It's gonna be a little bit off, so you wanna just center it, expand it so that it fills the frame. Choose the best frame, whatever you like, depending on what you're showing in that boomerang. If it's a huge background, if it's the city like Craig had the whole skyline behind him, it is a good tip to kind of start with it centered on you. Once you've got a good spot and you're happy with that, you are good to go. Play some music behind it, put some sound effects behind it, make your in and out points I and O, and then export that the same way you'd export anything else. Don't touch anything, just come down to render at maximum depth, make sure use maximum render quality is selected, change the output name to whatever you want, hit save and hit export, and you are done. So that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this 2-Minute Tuesday. I know it's over 2 minutes, but yeah, whatever. I also hope you've enjoyed the old office, the old background. I saw so many comments. You guys were like, do another video in your original studio. So here it is. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Craig Adams for letting me teach that, since I did see it from him first. And if you'd like to see more from Craig, I've linked his stuff below. Give him a little follow. Go tell him I sent you and say, what's up? Pete sent me. And maybe tell him your favorite type of pizza. I love pizza. Lastly, I want you to tag me in your drone boomerangs. So if you're gonna post them on Twitter, if you're gonna post them on Instagram, drop me a hashtag PM drone boomerang. Then we can all search, find them, connect, talk to each other, and check out our boomerangs with drones and fun things like that. So thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video, smash it if that's something that you're into, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Original hat, old school ending. Bye.